Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Jessica Byers and I'm going to be your instructor this semester for Communication 145 dual credit, and I'm excited to have you all. Our class is going to be in an online only format, so that's going to prohibit us from getting to know each other very well, but I'm hoping that as the semester goes on that we get to know each other and develop a relationship and feel like we are in the classroom together. So just wanted to do this short little video to tell you a little bit first about myself and then a little bit of structure about our class. So like I said, my name's Jessica. I am here in Bowling Green, Kentucky with my family. I'm married to my husband, Drew, who we've been married for 15 years this fall. And we have 3 children. We have a daughter named Joya, who's 11, a daughter named Maggie, who's 9, and a son named Luke, who is 5. And I brought this picture to show you all so you can see here. And you'll see that here we have an extra person. And this is our exchange student from last year. She was from Germany. Her name was Charlotte Sabo, and she went to Greenwood High School. And so even though she's not here with our family, she feels like a part of our family. So there's my husband, Drew. There's my son, Luke, and my daughter, Joya, and my daughter, Maggie. So this was as we were heading to the airport to drop our exchange student off to head back to Germany to live with her family. So it was a great experience and something that we truly enjoyed having her as part of our family. So how did I get to become a COMM 145 instructor? Well, first of all, I do this part-time. I do this on the side. I have another day job. My husband and I own an insurance agency here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And so I was a pharmaceutical rep for 12 and a half years. And 2 years ago in February, I quit that to become an insurance agent. So I work at Byers Insurance Group with my husband as an insurance agent and keep up with my kids and teach part-time to you all. So that being said, I did go to Western, got my Hilltopper shirt on here. So we are big WKU fans. I graduated with my undergrad in psychology and communication studies in 2004. And then I graduated with my master's in communication studies in 2010. And I've been teaching online roughly since then. Not all online. I used to teach in person, but as my kids got bigger, the online format worked a little bit better for our family. So when I was at Western, I was a member of Alpha Delta Pi, and I was also a Spirit Master on campus. So really involved on campus, really enjoyed my time on campus. And so we still continue to do a lot of things here with WKU. My family and I like to go to the WKU games. We have season tickets for both football and basketball, and we're both still relatively involved on campus. Some other things that we like to do in our free time is we are super involved with our kids and their different activities. So we do a lot of different sports teams. We do a lot of traveling just as a family. We are members of Living Hope Baptist Church, so we teach Sunday school there. I go to church camp every year with my kids, and I'm actually getting ready to head to Thailand on a mission trip there for the 2nd year in a row. So during part of our class, I'll be in Thailand, and I'm sure I'll be communicating with you all a little bit about that because it'll be for about 10 days. Some other things we like to do, I mentioned we like to go to WKU games, and we just like to travel and see all kinds of different things. So that's a little bit about what we like to do. So a little bit about what our class looks like. So here is the textbook that you all are all going to get. Your version is actually probably going to be online. With our class, the bookstore sets up for you to have day 1 access, which means that the textbook should automatically be loaded in your Blackboard account on day 1. Last semester, it seemed like some of the students, if they hadn't paid their student bill, had trouble accessing the textbook. So make sure you get that resolved. If you have a way to get the textbook in another format other than through the online version through our Blackboard course, you'll need to contact the WKU bookstore and sign an opt-out form so that you do not get charged for that on your student account. I cannot help you do that, but you'll need to contact the bookstore and they can help you do that so that you don't get charged for our textbook and then access it in a different way. Basically, everything we do is going to be online. So I'm going to need you to make sure that you're checking your email daily. I will be checking my email every day. Any of my past students will let you know I'm usually pretty quick to respond. I check multiple times a day and try to get back with you, but I need you to check your email as well, because if I have a problem with your speech or any of your assignments, I can't access something, I'm going to have the only way to email you is my only option to communicate with you. So I need you to make sure that the Blackboard email address that is connected is the one that you check every day and that you can access that easily and that you are checking it. All of our assignments for simplicity are due on Wednesday night at 11:59 p.m. You'll see that on the schedule, and once you get in our Blackboard course, there is a due date calendar. It will tell you every single thing that's due and when it is due. I also put out a schedule in Blackboard, so you'll be able to access that a couple of different ways, but just across the board, everything is due on Wednesday night at 11:59 p.m. and it must be turned in by that time. I, as a rule, do not take late work. There are a few exceptions, but I have about 75 students every semester, and like I mentioned earlier, I do have another job, so I just can't chase down late work all semester. So I would expect that to be your responsibility. You will find on our course site on day one, every single thing that you need for the entire semester is loaded already in Blackboard. So if you have free time, feel free to work ahead. Even if we haven't covered the specifics of the assignment yet, feel free to email me and I'll be glad to talk it through with you before the due date is coming. So there's that. You'll look at the schedule, you'll see that I have skipped what is most spring breaks. I know it aligns with the county schools here in Warren County. I know the city schools have a different school schedule, so I just tried to pick a week that I thought aligned with a lot of spring breaks for the county. So we won't be taking Western spring break, we'll be taking a different week. And all of that is outlined on the schedule, but basically that'll be a week that you don't have anything that is due. Feel free to continue to turn things in that week because I'll be grading, but there's just no assignment that's scheduled to be due on that day. Just a heads up, I've graded online, or I've taught online for probably 5 years now. Last semester, I always like to put this out there just so you know basically how other students have performed in this class. I had 68 students last semester, and 75% of my students earned an A. 15% of my students earned a B, and 7% of them earned a C. So if you tally that up, that's really 97% of my students earned an A, a B, or a C in our class. So the content is not difficult, the class is not hard. I don't feel like that I'm a particularly difficult instructor, but I do expect you to be responsible for your learning, to keep in communication with me. If there's something that is going to prohibit you from reaching the due date and it's something that can't be prevented, you got sick unexpectedly, things like that, I would just ask that you communicate with me so that we can work together to try to make that happen for you as soon as possible. So as always, reach out to me by email. I'm always available on email. I'll try to get back with you as quickly as I can. I hope that you find that you learn a lot of things this semester, even if public speaking is something that you find scary or you're a little intimidated by. I hope that you'll learn some things that'll make you feel more confident. My goal for you is not for you to become a perfect public speaker, but it is more for you to become a more competent communicator, whether you're speaking in a small group, whether you're writing, or whether you're speaking to a huge auditorium. Being a competent communicator and a confident communicator is really going to excel your skills as you move forward into your future. So I'm looking forward to meeting each one of you all this semester. First up, we'll have our Just Bag It speech, and those will be due in a few weeks, but that's basically going to be you picking out 3 things that you feel like describe you, and you're going to give me those 3 things in a bag and tell me why they are important to you. So I'm looking forward to learning all about you all. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Bye.